We'll be looking at two biochemistry structures today. That's the lecithin and the 1,2-Dipalmitoyl-3-Stearin. Okay, so students in an exam were asked this: illustrate the following biomolecules. And they said what? Lecithin and the 1,2-Dipalmitoyl-3-Stearin. Okay, so if they say you illustrate something, one thing I know for sure is what? You must draw it. Okay, then when you draw something, as somebody who have studied biochemistry to a level, you shouldn't just leave it like that. Okay, at least you say one or two about it. Okay, so in this lecture I said quite a lot of things about each structure, that's lecithin and the 1,2-Dipalmitoyl-3-Stearin, but you just pick what you feel like you actually need. Okay, so looking at this is a structure of lecithin. All right, and I don't really know how you want to navigate and be able to draw lecithin, but you have to know how to draw it if you want to answer this type of questions, right? So one thing you could see that there's C, there's P. That's how I actually learn how to draw structures. Okay, so let me say there's C, there's P. What is common with this C and this C? All of them have O all around it. Then in front here, the first one has R1, the second one has R2. That's just how I navigate and learn how to draw structures. Okay, so you just find a pattern of grabbing structures. Okay, so this is a structure of lecithin. You can pause to actually draw it out. Okay, then for short notes about lecithin, we say that lecithin is a naturally occurring mixture of phospholipids, primarily phosphatidylcholine, right? So it is extracted from what? Either soya beans, eggs, or some animal and plant source. Okay, so you see here, I brought a picture of what soya beans, because if, let me say, you take any cereal, let me say cornflakes, if you take the carton of cornflakes, if you check the ingredients, no, the nutrients, sorry, you see lecithin there, right? So it is found, bulk of it, in soya beans. Okay, composition is what? Mainly phosphatidylcholine, right? So other composition include phosphatidylethanolamine, about 10 to 20%, then phosphatidylinositol, about 1 to 10%, then other phospholipids. Okay, so properties: is an emulsifying agent, it is a surfactant, it is an amphipathic. That means it has both hydrophilic, that's water loving regions, and it has water hating regions, that's hydrophobic. Okay, so it could be liquid or solid, and this is depending on the source where you actually got the lecithin from. Application: not really useful. Okay, then moving on to the next one, which is what? The 1,2-Dipalmitoyl-Stearin. Okay, so this is, here is the natural form of lecithin, then this one is the synthetic form of lecithin. So that means you can actually get lecithin from, lecithin from the natural foods that we eat. They can also buy lecithin in the shop. You understand me? All right, so we say that now, moving to the next structure, okay, which is the 1,2-Dipalmitoyl-Stearin, 3-Stearin. Okay, this is the best diagram I want you guys to grab. It's very fine, very easy. Okay, so how I used to grab this type of diagrams is this: if I have a diagram like this, I'll count how many lines are actually going up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I know that, but I have to draw it. Okay, well, I know that it starts here like this. Okay, then after this structure here, I have 7 lines ahead. Do you understand? Then for this one, I have how many lines? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that means for the first line, for the first tail, I have 7 lines. For the second tail, I have 7 lines. Now note that the second tail actually have this. That's just how I used to navigate and know how to draw structures. Okay. Then for the last tail, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that means what? The last tail is longer than the first two tails. I just know that I have to go up 7 times. If I go up, I must come down. Do you understand? So I just find a pattern of trying to understand structure. So in this one too, you must know the structure of this 1,2 Dipalmitoyl-3-Stearin. Okay, you must actually know the structure, right? So definition is a synthetic triglyceride. Okay, synthetic is man-made. When they say something is synthetic, it was actually formed, okay, by some sort of a from industry, right? So it is composed of a glycerol backbone, 2 palmitoic chains. Those are the ones that have 7 7. Those ones that I was counting 7 7. It's palmitoic chains at position 1 and 2. Then the one that have 8, that I counted 8, is a stearic acid chain. So you must actually what? Know the names. Okay, know the names. This structure here is totally not useful, because once you know how to draw this, that's fine. Okay, moving to the next. Properties: it is non-toxic, it is non-irritating, it is solid at room temperature, it has a melting point. So this one now, since it is synthetic, just try to know the application. All right. So it is a pharmaceutical excipient. All right. It's a cosmetic ingredient. It's used for making cosmetics, female cosmetics. So these girls actually use this 1,2-Dipalmitoyl-3-Stearin, and we are out here struggling to study it. Why the people using it are not even in medical school. Okay, it is a food additive, it is a research agent. Okay, so that's it for the illustration of lecithin and 1,2-Dipalmitoyl-3-Stearin. Okay.